This isn't just another podcast. It's a movement, a global wave of women from Nairobi to Nashville, Seoul to Sao Paulo, stepping out of the shadows and into the spotlight. Women who are ready to be seen, to be heard, to be unmuted. I'm Anjali Marshall, an award-winning ABC and NBC journalist and speaker, turned business strategist, coach, and mom. My mission? To amplify the voices of women who were never meant to stay silent. One woman, one voice, one story at a time. So go ahead, put on your comfy pants, grab a coffee, and maybe the remote. Are you ready to press the button? Unmuted starts right now.
Well, hello, and welcome to the Unmuted podcast. I am your host, Anjali Marshall, and Unmuted is a very, very powerful platform because when women get together and they stop shrinking and start speaking, some really amazing things happen. And today is no exception. This podcast is where we honor the brave work of showing up, speaking up, and building from the inside out. So I'm really excited because today's guest is a quiet powerhouse with a very deep story to tell. Katy Spada is the founder of Ary Maan, a cultural children's and family apparel brand born from love, identity, and a whole lot of Diwali pajamas. What started as a creative project to her children to help her kids feel seen has grown into a soulful business celebrating multicultural families around the world. But Katy's journey is about more than just fabric and fashion. It's about reclaiming a voice that she once silenced, about parenting while healing, and about building something beautiful in the margins of nap time and nighttime feeds. And so I am very excited to bring to the stage right now, Katy Spada. How are you, Katy?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me, Anjali.
Absolutely. I'm so privileged and honored that you are here. Will you tell our viewers a little bit about yourself? I mean, that introduction, I'm ready to dive into some stuff, but I want you to tell people who you are and tell us about your business and your family, all the things.
Yes. So I'm a California native who was a piano teacher, majored in music in San Francisco, and decided to leave my grand piano behind and go ride camels in Timbuktu. I joined the Peace Corps and lived in West Africa for 3.5 years. And I'd say that's where I really started to find my voice in that community and really the impact that I could have in building businesses. And it was really rooted in helping people feel seen and finding their true potential and celebrating the best of themselves, but not necessarily giving into capitalistic consumerism, finding that balance on what true development is. So after that experience, I came back to the US, got my MBA, joined corporate America doing corporate finance to pay off the MBA. And during that time, found my husband, an Indian man. We had moved to Seattle, had 2 children. And I think that's where I started to lose my voice again in that relationship and trying to transition into what does being a mother look like. And I really embraced the multicultural identity for my children. I really embraced all of the Indian holidays and what did that mean to be multicultural and bicultural, and really looked for opportunities on how could we elevate the Hindu holidays to be on the same platform in our house as the American holidays. So specifically, we would, Diwali and then Christmas. I kind of call it the multicultural holiday sprint, starting like end of August all the way through January. It's like, put the pumpkins out, take the pumpkins away, put the lights out, put the lights away. It's just like this mad dash. And for Christmas, we would always wear the matching Christmas jammies. And a couple of years ago, my 4-year-old said, well, Mommy, where are my Diwali pajamas? I was like, they don't exist. And what a cool way for her and like to celebrate and have them on an equal footing of like, yes, now I'm celebrating Diwali and I want it to be cozy and comfortable and this family connection, and having no background in textiles or really entrepreneurship. I was like, let's just do this and figure it out. And it's been a really fun journey. And through that process, kind of realizing, seeing the lack of support from their dad and, you know, from the parenting side and the entrepreneurship side, the relationship side, I also kind of found my own voice in who I wanted to be for my children, and for the community. So it's been such an interesting journey to be, you know, raising kids, building a business, transitioning relationships, and finding my voice and all of that, but also like so beautiful. So.
Wow. I love the outlook that you have on life. Just your disposition is so encouraging and inspiring. And sometimes I think people say things and we may not feel that way, but I really want you to hear that, just because that's a lot of transition at one time. It's a lot.
Yeah. Yes.
You're like, yep, it is. It is. And that can be a very heavy weight for any human being. That could be a really heavy weight. So with having said that, how have you lifted that in a healthy way so that you are still able to show up, especially for your babies? How do you do that?
Yeah. Number one, being laser focused on like the ultimate vision. What is it I'm trying to build? Who is it that I'm trying to become for myself and the role model for my kids? Our kids are the best mirror of ourselves, right? If we don't like their behavior, they're just showing ourselves right back to the, yep, exactly. Yep. So yeah, if we don't like what we're seeing in them, then that's just really a reflection on what we need to change in ourselves to help role model. That being said, sometimes I think they just don't listen, but so that's a good one, right? Laser focused on the vision, laser focused on the why, like who is it I'm serving? So, you know, at one moment I thought, wait, I'm really launching a brand. Like this was not the goal. I was just going to make Diwali pajamas. And now we're in this like full on business and production timelines and multiple collections. And, but it's that why and that mission around identity and talking to customers and people and how they feel seen and seeing that true glow within themselves. And that's what kind of keeps me rooted on the day-to-day problems that I'm trying to solve. It's like, it's for those moments and that appreciation. And then my third mantra really is progress over perfection. Like, you know, I can walk away from a ton of tasks and, you know, I'll see 10 more things that I need to do. It's like, well, that was progress. We moved forward. We moved the needle. We did something. The needle.
You move the needle. That's the goal every day for a business owner, to move the needle, right?
Yes. I'll often walk into my day and, you know, start feeling kind of overwhelmed with the to-do list. And I'm not usually one to write to-do lists. I can usually keep it in my head, but when I'm like super overwhelmed and I start writing out the to-do list, that's when I know like, oh, there's really a lot. And it can be very freeing to put it out on the to-do list and start checking it off, which I've never been one of those people, but it like when it gets to be too much, that can be really helpful. But I'll often like walk in and say, okay, rather than getting inundated with all these tasks, like what is it I really want to achieve at the end of the day? Like what is actually going to move the needle? And I'm just going to focus on that. And the focus is the other one, because we're so easily distracted. I've got 3 screens in front of me and my phone and like, you know, the ping here, the email, and am I going to respond and react to anything that's coming in? Or have I decided I'm going to do this task and I'm going to fully focus on this item until it's done, and then I'll give my attention to something else. And that helps a lot, actually.
That's an admirable amount of focus. I hope to get to that level of focus one day. I'm not quite there. Do you let's talk about Ary Maan. Am I pronouncing it right? Ary Maan?
Ary Maan. Yeah. Ary
Maan. Okay, so it started with a simple idea, which you talked to us about. Your daughter's like, well, mommy, where are my Diwali pajamas? I don't have that. And you're like, oh, let's meet this need. But this has turned into a movement. what was the very first, first of all, do you understand that you're in the middle, that you've created this movement? And if so, then how on earth do you deal with that like every day? What do you do with that?
Yeah. I think we're just always focused on the next thing. Like, it's so funny. It's like, when you're, like I'm already working on collections that are going to be coming out in 6 months. So it's always trying to kind of get ahead of the next one. So I think I definitely had to like pause and just appreciate that moment of the progress that we've made, because our minds are always thinking like what's actually going to be coming out in the road ahead or a year ahead.
Mm-hmm. And I'm assuming you have a team of people who are working with you. There's no way you could do this by yourself, right?
Right. When I was really growing and scaling, I decided I wanted to bring on some more help. So I have brought on, it's more like vendor relationships. So marketing team and some growth consultants with some fabulous fractional CFOs, CMOs. And so I get a lot of help from that. And honestly, I get a ton of help from AI. Chat GPT and I are best friends. So like every little time.
Named it? Have you named it Chat GPT?
We have our bot. That's the Ary Maan copywriter bot. That is trained. But we are always open, always like, draft this for me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. My Chat GPT's name is Kathy because she's very chatty. So I just thought, okay, chatty Kathy. And so, and we are the best of friends. We talk at least 150 times a day, at least.
It's fascinating. And I'd say in the creative space, you don't have to worry as much about the hallucinations. There was only something recently where I was responding to it, and part of the request was like my follower count, and it gave me some numbers that were like 10x my current numbers. I was like, oh, are you hallucinating or manifesting for me? Like, are these my targets?
One or the other. We're going to take it as manifesting, right? You're speaking truth, and I'm going to accept that right now.
You know what? Yeah, you're saying this is what will come when we deliver on these plans.
You have unlocked something with ChatGPT. I think that for a business owner, the balance of being able to leverage ChatGPT and AI and the capabilities, whether you're using AI agents or whatever it is that you're doing to help to scale, and sometimes just to manage what you have. But it sounds to me like you have found this really lovely balance between AI and the vendors that you're using right now, that you're working with, and anyone who's assisting to scale your business. For people, because a product business is very different from a service business. Both are necessary, but what would you say to someone who has a product business who says, I just don't know where to start. I don't know how to get started, or I know what I want to do, but how?
Yeah. There's an expression, the tyranny of how. And just stay away. And don't let the how or the fear of making mistakes or the fear of it not being perfect like stop you. I kind of joke that, my first collection was my MVP. Like, let's just do something. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to make mistakes, but let's just make sure it's good enough. I came from the lens of, if I wanted to go buy Diwali pajamas for my kids, where would I go? How much would I pay? What would it look like? And as long as it met, what I personally would buy and put on my children, then okay, we're good enough. Let's get going. Let's get the consumer feedback and let's evolve from there. So, and product wise, the feedback has all been really great. So that's good. And so we're just kind of working on some of the other like marketing. How do we actually get our message out there more. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But don't get caught up in the how. Even sometimes I can find myself debilitated by the how. And that's where ChatGPT can give me a little help too, where I'm like, okay, I need a marketing plan. Give me something.
Great.
Get me started.
She's so good about that. Bless her.
Yes.
Bless her heart.
Yes.
She's so great with that. You said that building the brand has been a part of reclaiming your voice. So what did that look like in the early days when you had just started building the brand?
Yeah. It's so transitioning from kind of the corporate world where you have to get approval from 100 different people, where you're kind of constantly told like, no, don't work on that, or that's like above your pay grade. I kind of felt like my brain was atrophying a little bit. And so starting this, where I am the sole decision maker, where whatever I say goes, it really empowered me to just go out there and just try things and just reach out to people and just talk to people, which is a skill set I had completely lost for a few years. Just being bold, the cold calls, the working with people, the making decisions, which were not things that I had practiced for a few years. So that was
You found your voice.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I love that. Let's talk about identity. So your identity, your children's identity, and the cultural stories behind the clothing. How do you hold and respect and honor that in your business?
Yeah, this has become such a core foundation to the business. And the more that I talk to consumers, and, friends, I'm part of a Bollywood dance company. And so having this business has helped me tap into it, like a lot of these deeper conversations. And, I teach a kids Bollywood dance class. And so connecting with the parents that are signing up their kids, and a lot of them are multicultural as well. And so the whole premise around identity for me is to empower ourselves and our children, that they get to define what their identity is. So if you say, I'm Indian American, or I'm a woman, it's not that you're taking a box off a shelf and someone has defined for you what's inside that box. Like, you are empowered to take that box and fill it with what makes sense to you. And kind of, come up with that own story. I love it.
And you had also mentioned that there was something you mentioned about working behind the scenes for your business. What finally made you? Was there a moment that you can say, "This, I know I'm ready for this," where you knew it was time for you to step out and do this in your business?
Yes. I think there's a part of me that's still getting more comfortable with it. Like, my marketing team keeps telling me go live, or like, we need to see more of your face. I'm like, but do you? The kids are so cute.
But do you? Yes, we do.
And so I remember there was one day last week, I'm, at my daughter's gymnastics camp, and I was like, all right, I'm just going to do it. Here's the lipstick and the gloss, and we're just doing it because you know what, who's actually going to see it? And we're just doing it. We put it out there. And I think it's like anything, the more you do it, the more comfortable you get. So it's part of the, like, not getting caught up in the how and just doing it. Just telling that voice in the back of your head, like, what are you actually afraid of? And confronting that fear of, like, is it really a valid fear?
Exactly. I always tell my clients, showing up does look messy. It should look messy. Some of your best or most popular videos, like on YouTube or Instagram or wherever, are going to be when you have no makeup on, your hair is a mess, you got like goldfish crumbs on you. It's just, you're just disheveled. But for some reason, that just resonates with people, because I believe that long gone are the days of, the mirror here and this coiffed sort of, this is my perfect life. And it's like, no, it's not. It's actually not. Yeah. So I'm grateful that you showed up. Like, you brought your lipstick and you're just like, hey, this is where we are. I'm okay. I'm doing my best. Here we go. Well done. Well done for that.
Thank you. I will say I asked ChatGPT to script it for me. So
Yes,
okay.
you did. And she did a fantastic job.
Yes. Yes. But opening up more about our flaws, I think, is kind of connecting with a lot of, other friends in the areas. I opened up more about my own transitions, and then they've opened up to me about their transitions. And I'm like, whoa, really? I always looked at you guys as the best couple, my ideal couple. And it was just very eye-opening that we all have our own stuff. We all have, challenges that we're working through, and just to give everyone a little bit more grace and opportunity for us to talk about it and not just all pretend that we have these cookie cutter perfect lives, because none of us do.
None of us do. None of us do. And we all need to be reminded that the others don't have that. Because I think we all are looking at all of, the other person, and we're all just like, oh, they wouldn't understand the things I'm going through. But they actually might. They actually might. That takes transparency and vulnerability. And so having said that, being a business owner, being a mom, just being in life, I found so many times where vulnerability is such a gift, but it's so hard to get there sometimes. And so when it comes to being vulnerable in your business, with vendors, with anyone who's working with you in your business, what have you found that has really helped you to become, to get into that space of vulnerability without, how do I say it? Having that boundary of just not crossing certain lines, but still being open and vulnerable?
Yeah. A couple of things come to mind. One is really earning that trust with each other, of that we have this end goal in mind and we're both going to bring our best selves to try to get there. And so I like to be transparent about, okay, this is what I'm trying to achieve. These are some of the challenges that I'm having. I value your expertise. How can we work together to get this outcome? So yeah, it's kind of building that trust and making sure we are aligned on the same objective, which does come across differently in entrepreneurship than in the corporate world. In the corporate world, it's a little bit more stuffy is the word that comes to mind. Whereas in entrepreneurship, it just feels a little bit more raw and vulnerable, because you don't have 100 people behind you or that salary paycheck that's just going to come in no matter what. So
yeah.
It
a really
can
good
push
point.
you to that vulnerability.
It's a really good point. Building a family-centered business. I want to talk about that for a second. Building a family-centered business as a mom, not an easy task. How on earth do you balance that with kids? And how old are your little ones?
7 and 4.
Mine are 6 and 4. So I understand that, and that's a big challenge. How do you balance that, and what does balance look like for you?
Yeah. Again, it's super focused on what is the life that I want to create. So all the females in my life growing up were stay-at-home moms, so I didn't have a working mom role model of what that. So there's a part of me that has this blueprint of a mom. You come home and you've got the freshly baked cookies, and they're always picking you up from school and taking you to all the activities. And so I try to have some balance there, where I'm kind of okay with getting the cookie packet mix, even though, rather than doing it from scratch. So finding corners to cut, but I do, for the most part, keep all of my work within their school hours. So I am there for drop off and for pickup. And that's our time that we enjoy together. So being massively efficient, hyper prioritization, so that I can fit it in within those hours. And then I do like to include them in the business as much as, age appropriate and is fun for them. They've loved being a part of the photo shoots. I told them that, oh, you don't need to be in the next one. I'm going to get models for this next one because they're going. And the look they gave me, like, how dare you have a photo shoot without us? Like, no. It's like, oh, okay, this is fun for you. That's good. So as long as it continues to be fun and you like being involved in this, fulfillment, packing orders and shipping them, for them to see everything that takes place. Doing booth events for last season, I was doing, booth pop-ups all along the West Coast, and we had an event in LA, and I was like, you know what, let's extend our trip and go to Disneyland. Like, how can we combine these and make it fun? So it's like, we've got, this Diwali play date in LA event. Like, yes, mommy's working, but you're literally, just at a Diwali party in mom's pajamas. So yeah. So it's really focused on how are they doing? Is this fun for them? How are they showing up? And then being in touch with, as product development, kind of thinking from both a lens of what they're asking for, as well as the things that I was looking for as a mom in raising multicultural kids on their journey.
What are they asking for right now?
So it's a great question. It was really the Diwali pajamas. Actually, it's future collections that I'm not going to release yet.
Oh.
Some new exciting things that are coming out.
Some new cool things. So everybody just hold on until she releases the new collection. That's really exciting. Katy, what is something that motherhood taught you about business?
Grace. Like really fighting that perfectionism. We're not going to have all the answers. It's not going to be exactly how you think it's going to be, but to give yourself a little grace, and that what you're doing is enough. Yeah. Good. I think it's both motherhood and business.
What has business taught you about motherhood?
Being more present, finding that balance, and being present. So when I was talking earlier about if I have this task, I'm going to give that my full attention. I apply the same for when I'm with my kids. If I say I'm not, I'm going to pick them up from school and I'm not working now, you put that phone down and that's my time with them. If there was some email or something that popped up, like I let them know, I'm responding to so-and-so, because otherwise it could just suck you back in, but really being present for them as well. Mm-hmm.
And they're at an age now where they will call you out, right? Mommy, put your phone down.
Yes. Yeah. We had a friend teach us the phrase, fiffing, face and phone. And so they like to use that on me. Mommy, you're fiffing again.
You're fiffing. Oh, wow.
Fiffing, face and phone.
Wow. Yeah.
Like,
kids will tell you, especially at this age, they'll start telling you. I love what you're doing so much. I'm curious, what are 2 goals that you have? Like, and when I say goals, like I really mean like bold, audacious, like something huge for Ary Maan. Like, what is it that you want to see before the end of the year and maybe another one into the new year?
Yeah. This year, we're really excited for our Diwali collection that's coming out. It's not just full family. We've got a very fun adult accessory coming out that I'm so excited about. So the big goal really is selling out of our Diwali collection this year. And then we've got some fast follows with our Christmas collection and the spring collection. And so that's really my goal is for this to continue to evolve to, I think my uber goal with this brand is to change the dialogue around identity. When people say, oh, I'm not American and, I'm too American to be Indian, I'm too Indian to be American. Like, I really want to change that rhetoric for the next generation. I really want them to feel that I'm fully me and that's enough, full stop. Like that's really the goal of this brand, to be honest, is it's just you feel seen. There's so much, like the Indian ethnic wear is so gorgeous, but it sits in a different place in your closet. Like, what if you opened up your drawer and you saw all of you in one place, on an equal footing, the same quality materials, the same quality stitching and construction, and it feels good. And it's not like, on the weekends I'm Indian and on the weekdays I'm American and I have separate closets. It's all in one place and it's all interwoven, the same quality and construction. So
That's so amazing, Katy. Last question. Well, one of the last questions. What would you tell to your 20-year-old self? What advice would you give to your 20-year-old self?
To just keep exploring, and continue the journey. I think there was always a fear that I needed to have it all figured out in 20. And that it's okay that I didn't, that it's going to come later. And it's going to be even bigger and more beautiful, and just kind of continue on that journey of curiosity and empathy. Mm-hmm.
There's a mom out there who's watching you and she needs some encouragement. What would you say to yourself maybe 5 years ago that really would have helped you, that you wish someone had said to you?
Yes. Oh, goodness. That you are enough, that you are seen and loved, that you're doing a great job, whether your kids are eating chicken nuggets every single day or they're organic broccoli, because let's be real, no matter what we're putting on the plate, kids are kids. Yep. And to just take a deep breath for yourself and find the joy in those moments. It's okay if the house is messy. It's messy because the kids are there. So,
and it's great because the kids are there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bar right there. Drop that mic. It's okay if the house is messy. It just means the kids are there.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Man, I got to write that one down. Katy, this has been so amazing. I love that you are just such a heartfelt, genuine mom first, which I think is what probably makes you an amazing entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. So thank you for your message. And now it's time for something that I call hot mic.
Oh, goodness.
Hot mic is 15 fun, fast, random, but strategic questions. So there's no right answers, but there's one rule. You have to say the first thing that comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think too much about it.
Okay.
You ready?
All right, let's do it.
If your kids had one favorite Diwali memory, what do you think it is?
Oh, making our Diwali sugar cookies and icing them, which is also a fusion tradition.
That's cool. That's really cool. What is your current favorite pajama vibe? Silk, cotton, or chaos?
Cotton.
Yeah. Cotton feels good.
Yeah.
It feels good. What's your favorite kids book that you wish adults would read?
Oh, The Color Monster.
Ooh.
Yes. Sorting out your feelings and putting each one in a jar and being able to name them. Yes.
I'm going to write that down like right now. The Color Monster.
The Color Monster. Great little pop-up. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I had to write that down. Okay. That's great. Thank you for that. Hidden talents that your kids would brag about. Your hidden talents.
My hidden talents. Oh my goodness. Maybe my planning. Our road trip planning is pretty intense. The Excel spreadsheet with like the 10 stops in a day, and we will hit all those places.
Amazing. I love it. We will hit
Yeah.
all the spots.
Yeah. These are not suggestions. This is the agenda.
That's so bad. That's amazing. A song that feels like home to you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, because you said the first thing that comes to my daughter learned Country Roads. What is the actual name of that song? Coming Home, Country Roads.
Coming Home, maybe?
Coming Home. I think it's called Coming Home. Yeah.
Wow. I love it. A cultural dish you have totally mastered or totally failed.
Oh, mastered khichdi. Even my friend came over. She's like, this is better than my mom's. So, I mean, I love, no shame to the aunties out there, but I can cook some mean Indian dishes.
Hey, come on. What's your favorite fabric pattern right now?
Oh my gosh.
Without giving away.
I know it's one of our spring collections coming out, and I cannot wait for it to come out. I'm so excited for it.
Okay, great. The worst idea you almost launched but didn't.
It's still in the to-do list to be reworked. There's an Indian lorry. There's gonna be a lot of rework before it comes out.
You're like, that's not ready. We're not
ready. It's already had a lot of revisions. I'm glad it has not made it to cotton yet.
That's good. This is why we test things out, right?
Yes.
If Ary Maan had a theme song, what would it be?
Oh my goodness. I can see Ary Maan dancing to it. Okay, first thing that comes to mind is Prince Ali.
Prince Ali. Fabulous he, Ali Ababa. Yes. I love it. Love. Okay, you've got one day to do anything at all. No responsibilities. What are you doing?
Probably sitting there overwhelmed with all the time that I have. Because I can't decide. Am I going for a run? Am I going paddleboarding? Am I reading a book? Am I going to the beach? So I'll probably end up Netflix binging because I couldn't decide which one.
And that is where you were supposed to be the whole time, probably. Yeah. Just chilling on the sofa, watching Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What is one thing that refreshed you the season before, but does not refresh you now? Or vice versa, one thing that refreshes you now that, I guess it's the same thing, isn't it? That didn't refresh you before.
Yes. Okay, it actually is the Netflix binging. Before it was more of a like, I don't know what to do with my time and I'm drained. Now it's more of a like, okay, we're taking a break and unplugging and we can get good ideas from this and we're ready to go the next day.
That's good. Favorite phrase in a native Indian tongue? Do you have a favorite phrase? Like the kids are learning or anything like that?
Oh. Okay. We just watched the Zarna Garg's comedy show on Hulu. And so she talks a lot about like the expression for despair. Hi. And so my daughter has really embraced that. Like when you're like, oh my gosh, hi. So we just learned that and I kind of love it. Like, oh my, hi.
Just to see your kid, hi. It's like, oh, okay. I love it. I love it so
Such a
much.
gentle way.
Yes, I love that. Okay. Who is your dream collaboration with?
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. It's okay. You did say the first one that comes to mind. So I'm going to go with Disney.
Yes.
Our Bollywood dance. we're performing at Disney World this year, and Ary Maan is actually going to be one of the sponsors for Diwali Dance Fest at Disney World. And so dream is to do a collaboration special edition PJs for next year. So,
and you're going to get it done too.
Yeah, it's out there in the world now. So we got to do it.
Out there. Somebody from Disney is going to watch this and say, I got to go check her out because I want that collab. I want that to happen. Yes. One thing you always pack when you're traveling with the kids.
I mean, pajamas, obviously.
You know,
the portable vacuum.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
yeah. This was like a little handheld vacuum. Yeah. Which it really should be on all those like mommy starter kit lists, like the top 10 things you need. And it's not, and it really should be that portable vacuum for, you know, when you give them the cracker and they crumple it all up at the restaurant or, you know, and the waiting for the plane or on the plane. And then you're not that parent walking away with the crumbs everywhere. So,
yeah.
It's great. Like the little car one. Yeah.
You know what it is for me? Baby wipes. I don't even call them baby wipes anymore. I'm just like, we need the wipes. Where are the wipes? We take wipes with us. We have them everywhere. And it's like the big Costco packs because we go through them. I'm astounded at the amount of wipes that we go through, and we actually use them. We take them into restaurants, and I'm so grateful for them.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Every drawer, every bag,
everywhere. Something you talked about your kids being a mirror, and my husband and I have said that so many times. When you see something in your kids that you're just like, what is that? Mm-hmm. And then you're like, oh, that's me. Oh. Mm-hmm. It's the mirror thing. What have your kids taught you about yourself?
Being like, I'm trying to think of the right word for it. I mean, it is the word anxious, of just like, we got to stick to the schedule and we got to stick to the time, and kind of always on the move, versus it's okay to just like slow down and be present. And and the expectations we have for others when we're getting ready for a party and we put in all this work and we have these expectations on how people are going to come into our home and enjoy the space. And if they don't do that, how we feel. And so I've seen that specifically with my daughter around play dates. It's like, if people don't play exactly the way she wants. And so, yeah, we've talked a lot about how you create the environment, but how people respond to the environment is on them. That's not within our control.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Mm-hmm. And true. Last question.
Yes.
Last question. What's something beautiful that you're building right now that nobody sees?
It's not just a clothing line. It's really a movement around what does cultural identity really mean and how do we express that in what we wear.
I love that. Mm-hmm. And I'm so grateful to you for your voice. Man, Katy, I hope that one day soon you will get to see the impact that you're making on moms, on women in the world in general, and then female entrepreneurs, because it is impactful. And I'm so excited for women to hear your story and for women to hear your voice telling your story. So thank you for being a part of this today. I really do appreciate you. I don't take it lightly. I really, really, truly do appreciate you. Thank you for being here. You shared quiet beginnings, bold moments, everything in between. You've reminded us that identity is not just passed down, it's created. It's worn, even on our pajamas, and it's to be celebrated. And so thank you for that. And for everybody at home, if you enjoyed this episode, please, please, please share it. Celebrate the moms, the makers, the culture keepers. Post it, tag it, and then check out Ary Maan for some of the most thoughtful children's apparel out there. And so, Katy, where can our listeners find you, follow you, and shop your brand?
Yes. So you can shop us on our website, aryandmaan.com. And you can follow us on Instagram at Ary Maan. And I'm on LinkedIn, Katy Spada. So
Love that.
Looking forward to connecting.
Yes, I have a feeling you're going to have a lot of connections. I'm really excited for that. Thank you again for your time, Katy. And thank you guys for watching today. Oh, Katy, you are part of the Unmuted family now. Yay!
Yeah.
Hey, high five!
Yeah.
Woo! Welcome to the family, Mama. I'm so glad. I'm so excited that you're here. I'm so excited that you unmuted and spoke up. Thank you for your time today. And I'll see you on the other side of this. And we'll see.
Thank you so much,
Anjali. Absolutely. It's my pleasure. My pleasure. And thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
What you just heard wasn't just a story. It was a spark, a glimpse into the heart of a woman living her purpose, and a reminder that when one woman shares, another woman wakes up to what's possible. These aren't just conversations, they're catalysts. I'm your host, Anjali Marshall, and this is the Unmuted Podcast, where voices rise, stories connect, and purpose finds its volume. Until next time, friends, stay unmuted.